Well, here we are with area number 3 out of 4. I wasn't exactly planning to go through with the rest of the pre-release reviews, kind of gave up on them because one of the areas is inaccessible and the other one, today's grinding spot, is just simply annoying and a pain to actually grind, because it's essentially stars and towers, but they cost energy to activate, so I should compare them to Shereka Necropolis Nighttime, just worse. But regardless, at least I can show you what to expect from them. The area is located right here on the map, but the crystals are spread in a very wide range. Essentially you just walk mostly throughout almost the entire winter region and you look for these crystals. These are the towers or the grinding spot, and you talk to them. You have two options, one of them to activate the easy version of the crystals, which obviously requires way less gear score to grind, probably, I never actually tried them, and the second option, 100 energy as well, with a hard version, which is what I tried. Once you pay the 100 energy fee, the wave is gonna start, and spoiler, it only lasts for about 15 minutes. Basically, it's the Marowak's Labyrinth wave type that lasts just as long, but this one has an energy cost on top of that. Isn't that amazing? As far as I was able to see, unless I missed some big mechanic, there doesn't seem to be a way to extend the wave duration, so you're basically stuck to paying about 400 energy per hour to grind these towers. Now let's look at mechanics. There isn't really much to it, aside from a couple of things that you might want to keep in mind. Aside from the normal minions, you have, let's say, 4 types of elites. The first one is this one, which looks kind of like a sheep, let's just call it a sheep. He will slowly walk towards a tower, and when he reaches a tower, he explodes, and you kind of want to kill and focus this one as your main priority, because if he explodes, not only does he deal a lot of damage, but he also despawns the minions around it, making you probably lose trash per hour, you basically lose out on loot. Then you have the Mage. You will see this big blue circle on the ground. You just run outside of it, search for the Mage and kill it. Not really much to it other than, it deals damage, easy to counter. Next up, the Wolf Elite, simply an elite, it deals damage, not really much to it. Then you have the Bear Elite, again, not really much to it, he just deals damage, just kill it. And lastly, as the wave goes on throughout your minutes, these elites will grow bigger and bigger in size. They probably deal more and more damage and they get a bit tankier, and when you reach the end of the wave, it is marked by this pretty huge bear. Essentially, you kill this bear and the wave ends. I did 5 towers and this was the case every single time. Other than that, to note, you cannot really take breaks. I tried once to put my tent outside of the crystal to repair because my armor seemed to be breaking, and let's just say failing to repair because I got punched in the face and the UI kept disabling. It took me like 30 seconds while being outside of the crystal and it deactivated. It simply failed halfway through, so do keep that in mind. And lastly, this one hurts the most. I hope it gets changed for the official release. You can only interact and use the crystals that glow in black. The ones in white are basically uninteractable and unusable. Maybe this is just on a test server, and on the official one, all of the crystals will be usable. And what hurts really the most is after the wave is done, after those 15 minutes, you kind of have to go and search some other random crystal because the one you were just using becomes white and unusable. Isn't that fun? Riding the horse for like 2 to 3 minutes just so you can find the next crystal. Amazing mechanic, amazing. So yeah, let's take a look at some results. Remember when I said 15 minutes per wave? That would mean about 4 crystals per hour. After the first 4 crystals plus the one that failed about halfway through, this is my inventory with the results, and just as I kind of expected, a very underwhelming, not a lot, and not even the flames for the helmet, so why would you even grind this place? If I put everything in Excel, like always, I suppose this would be the conclusion for today, if you can even call it that. Very unprofitable. The picture, which I just showed you with the loot, the trash here is only worth 5.6 thousand, so it's really cheap. Hopefully this one gets buffed in the future, otherwise there's really no reason to be here. Caphra drop rate in, let's say, about an hour for the 4.5 towers. 3 Caphras, 63 dust. I mean, Blackstones, kind of low, not even 200 million silver per hour. I don't even know what to say. Is this even a grinding spot? Maybe when it actually comes out, the breath, these items, the two thingies used for elixirs, maybe they are worth who knows how many billions, trillions to make this area worth the grind, but no, just don't. And yeah, lastly, Agris. At the very least I can say that one is really good. I tried to burn, one tower outside of those 4, and let's just say it's about 6,500 points for the efficiency. Long story short, burned this amount of points, got this amount of trash, simulated results with about 30,000 trash per hour on Blue plus Agris, and yeah, it's looking to be really efficient, even better than the Valencia Fogans. So at the very least, the main takeaway from this video, if you attempt to grind this place, go there on Blue plus Agris, Blue Loot Scroll plus Agris, otherwise just don't bother. There you have it. I reviewed the third, not even a proper grinding spot area. I will see you next time with the official release for stuffs, and as always, keep on grinding, enjoy the winter region, and bye bye.